Hello there again, friends and fans. Raptor here, welcome back. It is Climb Mount Narodnaya for Wargame Red Dragon. We're on to part 16 now. Climb Mount Narodnaya, Japan. Yeah, it's all going really well so far, which means we're probably walking into an enemy trap. Now, we have several battles to do. We're at the start of our turn. We have 52 points to spend as well. We can do a little bit of moving. We've just destroyed the enemy fleet at Naval Sector Juliet, where we had a little bit of a battle here and lured him into a nice attack. We're going to move up to Naval Sector Juliet, so that way we can do one of two things. One, we can make a naval landing here at Nagasaki, and also drop some troops from Naval Sector Lima, but also so that way we can get closer to provide air support for Kumamoto. According to what I know, if we try to, we can provide support now, but I want to get closer so that way we can give some support to Ōrida. As you can see there, or at least as I believe it, this sector here, this whole naval sector goes all the way up here. So if we were to move there, it would give us more turns to hit that side. Naval support's what we're really going to need. But anyway, we've got the a U.S. fleet on the way to try to attack our task force Kuznetsov, and obviously at Naval Sector Quebec, we're going to have a pretty quick resolution to this battle. I'll show you right away. There's no way they're going to fight us with choppers. They're just going to quickly flee. So goodbye. Yep. All right, so we have our Delta, the 52nd Infantry Regiment. I was going to say Delta Forces, but I don't know if they actually have Delta Forces with them. Ooh, looks like they have. Oh, they do. 16 Delta Force groups and an Avenger with them as well, so that's going to be really easy to knock out if we give them helicopter support. So what I do want to do then is, I don't know, I guess we'll just call out some aircraft first. We've got a lot to do. It's just kind of, it doesn't really matter which order we do it. Obviously the Battle of Kumamoto is going to be very important, and after other considerations, obviously we can't really do naval landings anywhere else. Other than on the left side of the island here. So our naval reinforcements that we were going to do just aren't going to be effective anymore. Of course, sometimes I say those things, you know, thinking 6 turns ahead, and then when it's more, you know, more within 1 turn, that's when I kind of realize, oh, well, you know, we're not going to be able to do that just yet. So anyway, these troops have been, these troops here have been rested and refitted, so they're more than ready to go into Kumamoto. Hello, Moto. So what we really need to do is, again, you know, from before, we go over here to look at the airport at Totoriri or whatever. I'm sure it's said much differently, but, you know, these dang nodes that connect each one of these little map sectors together, they're so frustrating because some of them you can't move to, and we have that situation here where we cannot move into Ōrida unless we move into Kumamoto, and that's a very good choke point for the enemy. Here's what we can do. If we fight them at Kumamoto first, and then attack Nagasaki within the next turn, we're going to be able to completely cut off all of these reinforcements from escaping. The 4th tank, they really don't have much here aside from some aircraft, which are the Americans. So we can go ahead and bring in our naval landing now and disembark them, or bring them to Karatsu now and move them. I believe we can disembark and then move 1 turn. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but anyway, regardless, we're going to need them at Nagasaki, and we can attack that within the next turn or 2, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and move up, and then we'll disembark the next turn at Nagasaki. We'll hold here. Kumamoto has to fall first. We also, by the way, I should mention that this DHHV, whatever, you know what it is, the Spetsnaz and stuff, have some really good attack choppers, but this is the cream of the crop of the attack choppers over here, and we're going to be fighting against A-10s, 2 infantry regiments. Looks like the 1st Special Force Battalion and the 51st Infantry Regiment. Not to mention, there's some support units and of course a cavalcade of tanks as usual. Just a very small number of 71 of them. Apologize for the throat clearing, the frog in my throat, because I had habanero sauce. Speaking of habanero, it's time to bring some hotness onto the enemy. I think what we could do is probably make sure we have Kumamoto completely within our control, and so we'll bring the additional air forces here, though they do have AA. We could bring in some seed forces to take them down, but I know damn well that they've got Stinger missiles there. So what we can do is, number 1, we can add to our forces on the ground by bringing in MLRS company, I almost said convoys again, company to choo-choo, whatever the hell, you know what it is. And that will allow us to fire at the enemy even though they can't touch us. So it gives us a lot more artillery firepower, so that's great. And then we also can, this will help us to win, by the way. The more we throw at the enemy, the higher we'll have, the more points we'll have in order to attack them with in the future. It doesn't make sense at the moment, but you'll see. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the guards over here. We're going to move the naval tanks over there. We should probably bring them to, let's see, they've got 2 Strela. I think they'll be great going to the left. This group, by the way, has it's a pretty similar setup for both of these groups. So we'll have one go there and one go here. The enemy may try to get around us, but at Oida, they can't go through there. So that door, it is all Kumamoto. We got to kick that down. Next, we need some additional air forces. We could bring some napalm bombers from the Minsk, but I actually want to do something a little different here. We have our, let's see, our seed here, which is the VVS Seed Squadron, which is Su-24s. And those are going to be pretty good here since there's some real heavy AA here, and there's going to probably be some AA towards one of the next turns. Once all of these airports are captured, I'm hoping that that is the end of the campaign. So if we play our cards right, the Americans will try to flank and recapture everything, and they may even capture some of these territories, but it won't matter. Our objective is not to capture the entirety of Japan. Our mission is to capture the airports. That is it. Not all the territories, not to destroy the enemy forces. We just have to capture the airports, pump in Soviet troops, and then we will let the politicians take care of the rest. Alright, so MiG-23 MLs would be very effective here too against F-15Js. So I'm going to try to turn more towards the Air Force, but I also want to drop some additional troops off for the next turn. More troops on the ground are probably going to be more beneficial than aircraft, though. Then again, aircraft are going to be extremely beneficial as well, since we're going to be playing, you know, against aircraft and AA. Alright, well, let's go ahead and buy the rest of what we need then. I want to purchase some seed aircraft, I believe would be good here. Also, we might be actually pushed back from one of these sectors. The enemy, let's say bring helicopters up. They do actually have that damn infantry school, and if the Americans sneak up with their helicopters, I don't want them to have an easy landing. So let's go ahead and see what we can repair here. I'm really trying to mind the flanks here as we continue on here. We want to sit on Gobo, we want to sit on Totoriri, we want to sit on Hiroshima so they can't get through. That's probably going to be the best bet for us. So let's go ahead and toss in the helicopter support here. That's the best we can do. I'm not moving with the Independent Naval Regiment. They can plop right there. Plus they're packed with Strelas, so if the helicopters want to come at us, bro, let them come at us, bro. Alright, now, a lot of setup for this turn, by the way, because this is probably going to be one of the last turns where we really get to be, where we really have a choice here. Once Kumamoto is taken, it's going to basically be right into Oida, or actually Kagoshima, and then right into Kanoa. In fact, we don't even have to go here to the port. We can just we can win the battle here and then completely blow through to Kanoa, Kanoya, or whatever. The bombers are great, the IL-102s. I'm just worried about the seed. That's why I'm trying to figure out more situations where we can bring in land forces. Independent Naval Regiment. We could actually drop this group off as well, though they can only make naval landings at Nankoku, and see, they can't make any landings here. They'd have to take like 10 turns to move all the way across the map, and that's no good. So the task force Kuznetsov is basically offline. Actually, it's funny because I had the Minsk. Alright, so Kuznetsov is no longer needed. We do have the motorized rifle division, which again we can drop those along with the MLRS. So let's go ahead and take advantage of that. We have BMPTs here, Su-122s, a lot of motor Streliki, and a good group of T-55 Recon from the Polish. Nice. We've got some Eastern Bloc units in there, in addition to the East German Strelas we had earlier. This is really nice. I don't really get a chance to do a lot of this this large macro planning, so doing this is really nice. This group here is very similar to one we fought with earlier with the 8 ZPTUs, I believe, and the Iglas. I think we've used those before. At least it sounds familiar. And adding those to our group on the left would be extremely powerful against helicopters like that. The TOWs and the AH-1S. What we really want here is some sort of mobile AA if we can. The Iglas are great, but and the ZPTUs really aren't going to be too effective. So let's see what the other regiment can do. Here we have the BMPTs. Yeah, So we're not going to be able to get through there as easily, and it's going to be hard to bring in aircraft because of the J's. So what we can do is VDV supply is great, you know, naval supply, all that's good, but we're going to have to go with the 70th right here and pump them right over to the Karatsu. All right, we'll have a ton of points for the next turn, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and add everything to Kumamoto. Keep in mind they could counterattack, and in fact helicopters could come in and snipe away the Kyutsu whatever. But again, we're going for the airports now. We're just going right for the airports. All right, let's finally begin with our campaign. With these 7 extra points, I'm going to go ahead and see if we need to refit anything. Looks like we can spend 1 refit point there, but we've already moved. The tank regiment here could be refitted, but I'm not going to spend that. Anything that needs more than 1, I think we might take advantage of, depending on what it could need. Let's see. Ooh, look at that VDV. We're down to only 2. That's not good. Let's go ahead and refit them. Now we're up to 32. That was a point well spent. Here we have, let's see, Factoria times 8, Igla times 2. We're going to go ahead and spend that. Factoria times 8, VDV times 12. All right, and here we have VDV times 22, Igla times 8. That's pretty set. All right, points well spent. Let's go ahead and get to Gamorigame battle, and we're gonna go ahead and make sure the enemy has no more Agame. You guys see what I did there? All right, so let's go ahead and begin. This battle, again, was a delaying battle earlier, I believe. My memory is like a little shoddy of what we did here, but this battle was definitely a pain in the ass from before, I believe. Anyway, so didn't we have to retreat from this area or something? I can't even remember now. I swear I fought here before once. Maybe I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I can't even remember. How lols. All right, let's go with the helicopters. It looks like we're going to be pretty set with those. Yeah. Let's see. We've got our hardened troop. Oh, you know what? The most valuable here is going to be the Mi-24Ds. So let's go ahead and get troops into cities wherever we can. I'm going to go ahead and get... that's right, I have to put down infantry first. BMP 1 can go there, or BMP 2, one BMP, rather, can go there. Let's see, our call-out at Nankoku is great, except Tsuyama, I think, is going to be a little bit better area to fight in. So we'll abandon Nankoku, and we'll fly back to Tsuyama and Boris for 2 immediate captures. We'll get a. They only have 1 AA, I believe, like 1 AA unit in total, so that's not a problem to deal with. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Oh yeah, we lost grenade launching. Oh man, those troops really took some bad hits, but man, they were hard fighters. Okay, well, 75 gets us more helicopters, and that's what we're going to need, so we're going to try to get to Dmitry before they do and lock it down with VDV. We can get in there with a couple of those, and Special Force, I don't know, those Spetsnaz aren't going to be as good. We don't really have any other troops other than the VDV, so we're going to have to roll in there with that. And a couple of these helicopters as well. And hopefully we can hold the line. Meanwhile, we'll put some Spetsnaz back at base just so they don't get through. And we'll keep those VDV on, or those Spetsnaz on defense, and this group of Spetsnaz on defense as well for recon. All right, let's roll. Let us do what we got to do. All right, we should have all these areas locked down. Should have moved my choppers first. That was kind of a rookie mistake, but that's all right. They have less of a distance to go than we do, so they'll probably make it regardless. All right, our Special Force Spetsnaz are going up. Looks like they've captured EU again. I bet they're going to try to flank left to Fedor, so we're going to go left, far left, with our Mi-4V AVs, our audio-visual. Alright, let's go ahead and drop all these troops. Again, we're just going to block here at Dmitry. If they try to get through this way anywhere, they're going to get hit, and these helicopters can basically... Think of this as a river now. This city is like a giant rock in the middle of the river, and which way the water rolls through doesn't matter, because we're going to find that water. I'm thirsty. I think they just captured Dmitry for a half second too, which is fantastic. Alright, Tsuyama's going to be ours in just a moment. I think I just saw a command retreat. Oh, no, those are just standard Humvees. Something's getting hit. Looks like one of our Mi-24Ds got hit by AA fire. There goes that damn CP. Alright, well, instead of losing these choppers, I'm going to go repair them. And they can go ahead and just negotiate with the VDV if they want. Negotiate, the VDVs are great negotiators. They negotiate with bullets and fire and tear. Alright, let's move that VDV up. Ah, Stinger Group ×4 is what it was. I was expecting the Avenger. Now just wait for all of those vehicles to come, all those 90 and 70 millimeters and everything. Just need to get that Stinger Group out of here. Hopefully we don't see any special forces. Mi-24Vs or Ds are ready to block. No, you don't. No, you don't. Alright, Humvee Tow 2's done on the left. Looks like that sneaky command got away. That's alright. Good blocking on that left side at Fedor with those helicopters. That worked out. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, we'll make sure these helicopters are all ready to go. These are ready to go, so we'll come up on the right with additional choppers. Not sure, we didn't kill that Special Forces group, so they must have they definitely fled, because otherwise that 24D would have been hit. I didn't see the VDV shoot at all. Alright, Mi-24D is firing away. Oh, come on now, quit moving away. Thought he was going to fire right before he moved. Alright, we're going to need some more recon up. 20 millimeter there. Goodbye. After 2 rounds, though. It's not going to hit on the first. Oh, what? Good, I'm happy I was wrong. Alright, 90 millimeters up front. All we got to do is push up VDV now, except we got to kind of clear the way a little bit. All the AA is probably going to be concentrated around EU. $110 command points over here. 110 points gained from killing that command. And a 90 millimeter moving up still. And it's gone. Alright, fantastic. Fantastic, you guys. Alright, so we just need, I'm going to bring that I keep calling them VDV, but the Spetsnaz Recon I'm going to bring up from the back. I'm really nervous about the rear. If one damn 90 millimeter sneaks by, it's going to be hell. And speaking of hell, we'll bring out helicopters. I'm just going to defend against... Now that we have the points to spend, now that we have the helicopters to call out, may as well do it. Mi-24Ds look like they're ready to go back at base. Look, see one Humvee sneaking past there. Could be loaded with troops. And it was. So there you go. Alright, we're going to RTB with that one group. Mi-24D here apparently is panicked, but is calm. Oh, that's another group. Okay, seems like they're both okay, I guess. I don't know. Regardless, it's time to attack now. There's going to be anti-aircraft in there, so we need to find it with the VDV. They're going to have to work from forest to forest in order to find that command. And this Mi-24D is going to go in and drop off recon to move up that direction. Looks like we got an attack coming again, so we'll be on the defense. See, it looks like they're trying to fake us out. Like every time we move forward, they move up the damn Humvees, and that could be Delta Force right there. Alright, let's get those troops all consolidated. Humvee Tow 2's there. Could hit the D. If it doesn't unload its troops in time. It's a possibility. Alright. Let's kill, hopefully there's special forces in there. Boy, I got all my terms mixed up today. Mixed up? Yeah. Alright, 20 millimeters down. And VMF are moving up the right side. I mean UHF with apparently Weird Al is a part of that squad. Wow, I don't know what the hell that was. Group of Humvees or something. Wow. Not one of those ATGMs hit that. It's embarrassing. Alright, we'll bring up more helicopters. Helicopters are a real godsend in this campaign. Anything that flies is really effective in this campaign. Of course, the longer that it takes, the harder it gets. So the fact that I thought I moved overly slow at the beginning of the campaign, and oh shit. Right about now is when we've really actually picked things up a little bit. The hell is that? Humvees? Damn, things are hard to see without recon up here like that. Alright, time for a lot of these choppers to RTB. Apparently we have a perma-panicked chopper, though these two choppers are calm. It is giving it a panicked icon, so there's some sort of glitch there. Alright, nothing moving up on the side. We have our additional security out, just in case. May as well drop them in the cities. Really want to give some good pressure to the enemy, but we don't have the infantry to do that. We've got to be very slow and selective about how we attack. Nice to have some enemy supply trucks, though, with us just in case. Alright, once the Spetsnaz group moves up close enough, we can bring our VDV up now, I believe. When they see our infantry, they like to advance, too, to try to get them to go back into the woods. But we're going to block that now with 24Ds. And we'll have our recon move over just a bit. Give us an earlier warning. There comes that 20mm again. They definitely know our range. And they keep playing that little game with our infantry. Here comes everything. Looks like a bunch of supply trucks there. Okay, 90mm are coming up. Time for us to get away from that fight as much as we can. Alright, we're going to need all the helicopters we can get. They're not letting us attack the base. Wow. Alright, let's see if we can hit him in the side. I don't think the helicopters can deal with all... Oh, luckily these MIA-4s have a great suppression with the all the rockets they have. Much more than the D does. Oh, good thing they came in through the side like that. Alright, now we just got to kill that 20mm. One of them's down. Finally. If I bring up a supply chopper, it's probably going to get popped. But anything else we can call up now, we may as well go for. Anything with rockets. Enough wasting time. All these choppers are going to have to come back and resupply. And all these ones can go up. So we do luckily have two groups. So for this next attack, we're going to need this group plus the group to replace it just in case we run out of ammunition. Oh man, now they're bringing up 76mm. Alright, well we're going to take the long way with these troops. Oh, I know why this looks so familiar. Oh, yes. Alright, so 76 millimeters are moving up to the left. They're going to try to crush the VDV. God damn these guys. I can't get into the base. Oh, now they're moving back. Alright, we'll tighten it up a little bit. There are... I still fear there are stinger groups around somewhere, so we need to be very sneaky about where we put our infantry and such. Oh, look at all those toes. Let's actually get these VDV up here. It could be nothing but toes, and that's going to be great. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Basically 400 points driving along the road. .76 millimeter. Bastards. Look at all of that. Wow. So for those of you who hate the T-34, this 76 millimeter is an equivalent. We only have 70% of the points needed to win. We actually need we need these now for FOBs. We now need to call out our heavy helicopters to replenish the FOB that's about to get emptied. I can't believe this. They've actually blocked us from getting in. Thought that could have been a possible command. Let's get these troops to deploy. Those Spetsnaz will get them to come over to us. These Mi-24Ds at least have rockets and machine guns left. They do come with a 12.7. Well, what we really want is the 30 millimeter, but gonna have to do. It's gonna be AA up here somewhere. We're just gonna have to stop the 20 millimeters from coming in. If those VMF go out of the woods, they're dead. All those ATGMs better hit them. Okay, we have a sighting on recon or AA. There it is, coming out of the left side. 2 Hinds down, but the Spetsnaz group remain, so we'll get the helicopter back. Stinger group again. We gotta push them out of town sometime. Alright, that's it. Everything on full attack. That's it. Dear God, we did it. Those choppers were definitely necessary there. Wow. A total victory as well. Damn, they shouldn't have been able to escape like that. At least they're not going to F around with the tanks anymore. This group here will have to be R&R'd at the next possible turn. The anti-aircraft company there. Or not that, but the 9th Guards. They're going to have to be replenished for certain. Alright. So I guess we'll end it here. Coming up next then is the battle for Kumamoto. Again, we're gonna have to bring these aircraft out, regardless of if I want to do it or not. We still need some aircraft in the air to take down that A-10 if it comes around, and the bombers too would be very useful. We won't attack Nagasaki till the next turn, so that way we can land our troops here, which cannot disembark yet because we've made one move there. Alright, so that's it. So once Nagasaki is taken, and it'll be Kumamoto, that'll be the end of turn 9. And then Nagasaki turn 10, turn 11 will be the move to Kagoshima, And so we should have it by turn 12, turn 13. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see again. Could be sooner. Depends on all the enemy movements and everything. We could split them up, but I'm sure they'll consolidate all around Kenyota. But my hope is that they all go to Oida as if it matters. All right. So anyway, that's it for now. I will see you guys next time. Keep your passwords and pimp hands strong. Bye.